George.
I'm Michaela.
And we're the
Rodriguez.
I'm George.
I'm Michaela.
And we're the Rodriguez siblings.
How was it like growing up as a twin sibling?
It was kind of like growing up with like a best friend. We spent a lot of time together outside.
Yeah, we kind of had to because we got put everything together.
You guys are twins, but who's the oldest?
For some reason,
Oh yeah, it's weird.
she was born first, but the doctor for some reason said I'm older.
They said that he like showed up first, and we're just like, we just never figured that out.
Yeah, that sounds like a mystery.
It's a little
Yeah.
I think like 3 months ago I found out I had a middle name.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Middle name.
Julio. Yeah.
So it's George, Julio.
Well,
Rodriguez.
see, in Peru it is because my background, like my parents are from Peru. So on the Peruvian ID you have to have a middle name. You can't have an initial. Because my middle name here on my ID is George J. Rodriguez, just J, because it goes for both of my grandparents' first names, so they start with a J. And I found out when I was 20.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about it?
Oh, I thought.
Identity crisis.
Yeah, I had that little identity crisis. I didn't know what it was. Apart from her, I have 2 younger sisters. One of them's 6 and one of them's 10.
Oh, that's a huge
Right?
age gap.
Big age. I think she's 11.
Oh shoot, she's 11.
She's 11. Yeah.
She's 11.
It was kind of hard saying goodbye to like my little siblings because like they didn't really want to show emotions, but you could tell that they were kind of sad.
Like when we
It
had to
broke my
leave,
heart.
when we had to leave, like they'll be like, all right, so let's say bye, and then they'll just like say like their stomach hurts and go to the bathroom, and just like just do their thing.
As a sibling, let's be honest, how often do you guys fight?
We used to fight a lot when we were younger.
It was
probably
like small fights, but
Yeah, it's like middle school where everybody's kind of a little brat. But after that, like I think high school, we started becoming like really close.
yeah.
Back to your middle school days, what would you fight over? Like for example, I have a 2-year older brother, my middle school age. We used to fight over nothing. We would fight like, why are you staring at me?
Yeah,
That's literally what it was.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
literally
is.
what it was.
When we were in middle school, like obviously she had like girls kind of like mature quicker. She was already bigger than me and everything, so I would just kind of hit her and run, and then she eventually
I would like catch up to him
she
because I was
faster
taller
than me,
than
she was
him.
stronger than me.
Yeah.
Because they say like, oh, you feel
What she
your
feels.
other- yeah.
Okay,
Is
that's true to an extent.
Yeah.
But you can also you also know how to get somebody, how to attack their heart. You know, she could be really mean sometimes.
There was this like, it was probably when we were like really young and like the Spider-Man movie had just come out.
I'm like Spider-Man's #1 fan, by the way.
He was like 100% all about Spider-Man, and like he was like running around the house like throwing the little spider webs around pretending he was Spider-Man, and like
I was a very chubby kid.
yeah, and I got really tired of it at some point, and I guess I was just really blunt when I was a little kid, that I was just like, George, like Spider-Man's not fat, stop running around. And he was like, oh dang. And he stopped
like
completely. I don't know why my brain told me to say that, but yeah, I won't forgive myself for that. But
Oh my god, were you hurt?
I was very hurt. Yeah, I think I like went to my room. I didn't come out all day. Every day after school, just go back to my room. So she
Yeah.
hadn't said that.
Poor George.
I know, but I feel like if we were both the same gender, I feel like competitiveness would be like through the roof. So
Probably.
yeah.
But there is competitiveness in the grades, though.
Oh yeah, because my mom was a teacher.
Okay.
So like growing up like with your mom being a teacher and like in the same school when you were like younger, like we really had to keep our grades up.
The rule that my dad has, like my dad like instilled the soccer into us. My mom instilled like the education. So it's, if you didn't do good in school, you couldn't go to practice.
Yeah.
So that's how,
Balance.
Yeah.
So that's how we came up.
Education.
It helped a lot though, with like growing up and stuff, like learning to be more disciplined and like managing your time and stuff.
How was it like playing soccer together since you guys were young? You said you started first?
Yeah, I started first, and she started like a day after.
Yeah, my dad was trying to put me into this like cheerleading squad, like right next door, and I was like,
Yeah, that was
no. So like there wasn't a girls team when we started. So like the day after, I just like joined the boys team. We were little, and then it just kind of grew from there. I think we separated like probably 2 years after when they finally formed like a girls program.
So why is soccer out of all the sports?
my dad.
My dad.
Like right now, my dad lives the sport through us. Like like he had to stop playing early because he had too many knee injuries.
He just had like 5 knee surgeries.
Yeah, like we were in Peru over the summer. We had like one big family get together, and he played for like an hour and 30 minutes, and he had to go up the stairs like backwards on his butt.
Oh yeah, because he couldn't walk anymore.
walk.
He was like, I'm just really sore right now.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
he's the
yeah.
type that like
He he's very stubborn when it comes to like doctors telling him to stop.
Now you're in college, you're playing college level soccer together, and it's not very common to have your brother or your sister on the same team under same school.
I feel like it's like a way of like God telling us that we're never going to get separated, because like we played soccer together, same club together, same high school obviously, and then we went to the same college of like all the colleges we could have went to, went to the same college. And I don't know, we're in the same major too. Like we have classes together still. Like we're just never gonna get separated. Basically, the day we get separated will be a very sad day.
Yeah.
What are your majors?
Exercise science.
Trying to go into like PT school.
You guys want to do the same thing? So you're never gonna be separated?
No, I mean I was trying to do exercise science.
No, yeah. I feel like life will just kind of play itself out, but it's nice in the meantime to like still have him like next to me. Like I remember thinking like, I think it was like beginning of my sophomore year in high school, I had just gotten like recruited to come here, and I started thinking about George, and I was like, dang, like this is really happening. Like what if like my other half is basically like not there like with me, you know? But like I was gonna be happy either way, like wherever he went, but it just turned out that we ended up having like the same blessing to go to the same school.
You guys have to be very honest and objective. Who's the better player between you two?
Definitely George.
Yeah?
Definitely George. I just have always looked up to him ever since like we started playing, like when we were little. He's just very clean. That's the best way I could describe it. Just a very clean and like disciplined player. Like I don't know, I just like watching him play. It's very like interesting and exciting, because like he just looks really like calm and like collective like on the field, but like out of nowhere like he'll just hit like this burst of speed and everybody's like, you know.
She's a fighter. Like even like if we're playing like pick up something with like friends, like it'll be like all my guy friends and just her, and she'll always be the one like getting stuck in and stuff. She doesn't care like how big somebody is, how tall, how stronger they are. Like she's still gonna put up a fight.
Hey, I like that.
Good. I feel like my eyes are like going.
Sorry.
Damn it,
I froze. I'm sorry.